What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Domina. My name is Splattercat, where we're hanging out, taking a look at some new gladiators. We've got Polio of Ludea. Good old Polio. I thought his name was going to be Pollo, which would have been pretty awesome, because and he started with a Chicken Man helmet. Domina messing up my jokes, man. Messing up my jokes. It could have been something awesome. Let's see what's going on here. We got some food. We're playing a little bit of Domina. Things are going to be more or less, the game has no save function, so like I can't play the game for like 5-6 hours at a time in order to get stuff done. And so unfortunately, what we're going to have to live with for now, I'm going to split my wine in between these guys just to get them slightly happy with me. And then what I'll do is I'll buy the extra cask of wine, and we'll see how far we can push this through. If I can get it to the point where both of them are reasonably happy with me, that'll make sure that the fights that we have coming up are not that bad. In addition, we'll check out this pit fight. It is Helvidius. Okay. I think we can take Helvidius. Helvidius, what do you think? Do you want to be stabbed today? Do you want to be dealt with? Do you want to be taken care of? Because either way, I'm coming in here and I'm going to make it happen. So let's do this thing. Let's go. Spark the beef. Take that thing and put it to the torch. I swear to God, Polio, if you mess this up. El Pollo Grande. There we go. Nice little ass whooping to start off the game. We're in a solid position right now with one win. He took very little reaction. An AI reaction boost card. Yeah, I'd like that to be on him, please. And then what we'll do is we'll also get him healed. You, sir, give you a real weapon, because real weapons are truly one of the only things that matter on your gladiators. Damage resistance in the game right now is not that impressive. And so, for example, on like a chess piece, you might reduce the damage you take by 20. But most characters, by the point everybody has those chest plates, are dealing like 140 damage a swing anyways. And so it's like when you have 150 health, it's like I'm going to get two-shot regardless of the minus 20 damage. So you just kind of accept it after that point. Go with humility. Auto train is on. Our first fight against Trebius, master of the trebuchet. That's right, I know about them dank trebuchet memes. I know. Send in Venonius. We're going to spread around our skills a little bit this time around. I'd like to have a much better developed group of ass kickers before we go further into the game. If I can have like 4 or 5 guys that are all at reasonable 6-7 victory levels, I'd be a lot happier. There we go. It looks like they've actually slowed the combat down slightly. I know that was a suggestion on the forums, but I don't know if the game's been patched. I'll have to take a look at the patch logs. It's once again been like a week since I played the game last, but combat feels a lot slower right now, actually. That's not a complaint, so please don't take that as a complaint. That's not a complaint, so please don't take that as a complaint. It's just an observation. It's just a casual observation. The game seems slower paced than it was in previous iterations. I don't know if it's been patched, though, or what's going on. Continue to send wine to both of these guys. I'd like them both to be happy as clams at high tide, and by that I want them to be underwater the entire time. We've got Shield Steward. Humility is done. I'm going to take Mind Control. That sounds really sweet. I will hire an employee. As per always, I'm going to take the... I really prefer to take the Architect first. He's a really good first choice because you can keep him around the clock just working on certain things to make you stronger. And so we'll get the Palace. I actually almost wish that he could work on multiple things at once. Just bang that out real fast at like a greater expense. He's got access to a few other things, but actually most of his upgrades are pretty expensive at this point. Probably just sit on it then, and then I'll pass the cash on to the next dude. So let's give you a basic shield. You've already got okay armor. Your helmet's a bit of trash, so we'll bring you up to the same level as him. Skirt's pretty bad too, so there we go. Now you're in better shape for fighting. Rats fighting, Ruv. Alright, so we got this over here, attending a pit fight against Marilus, who is a Thrax. We will send in Polio, master of bent legs. Is that what Polio does? What does Polio do? Like, how does Polio affect you as a human? Oh, wow. That dude went in there on us. You better go get him, Chief. Oh, my good lord, he lost. How did you pull that one off? Holy shit, man. Alright, well, we saved his life. He should still get... Oh, you used to get a level up from that. You used to get, like, +1 levels if you surrendered to all your stats. You would still get a +1 because you fought and you made it through. I'm not going to reward you for losing, you ass. You better clean up your attitude real quick. It's not my fault that you failed to fight the enemy on the terms that the enemy wanted to fight, alright? Yeah, keep him nice and happy. If we can keep him impressed and happy, I'm fine with it. Shield Steward, probably not going to help out that much. His gear's all kinds of messed up, isn't it? No? Okay, well, as long as the gear's not messed up, I don't care. Let's keep this thing moving. There's our first palace. Going to do the first row like I always do. With some of these little guys over here. We don't have a ton of cash. But what I would do is I would just get them ready in case. Like, you know, you never know when somebody's going to pull a fight on you where you need like 3 guys and everybody you're up against is like a garbage tier warrior. And all you need is like bodies to fill out the fires. You never know that's going to happen. And it does happen from time to time. We have 1 day left till our next battle. Pit fight is a guy named Maximus who appears to be pretty scrubby. So... I don't know. We can send in just about anybody, but I don't want to miss my next fight, so we'll send in one of our Gooch Squad guys, and if he ends up dead, I guess he ends up dead. Hopefully he's able to mash this out. Oh, I don't have control over my character yet? Man. Taking his sweet-ass time with some of that research. Ah, Jesus. We are just getting destroyed right now. We cannot have this many losses early in the game. Like, this is a pivotal period where you need to win. And if you don't, it's just bad for you. Alright, this is going to be one of those stacked fights. I'll take that. We need wins right now so that when the game starts to amplify and get worse and more difficult, we have a couple of characters who are able to, like, make their way through that storm. This fight should be done pretty quickly. With the outnumbering and whatnot, it should be... Yeah, I was going to say... That's right, everybody shake your man boobies in victory. Shake your man boobies! We are the winner! A few more slaves, and then we got Indefatigable. I am Publilius. Good old Publilius. Everybody loves Publilius. So we've got some stats all nice and developing. Keep that moving. And then as soon as you guys are healed up, and in fact it might be worth it to pick up a doctor pretty soon. These guys are unfortunately just not making it at the rate that I need them to make it. He'll be healed up shortly. We should have time for another pit fight here. I'm going to start stacking up wine for the future because you never know. I'm constantly dropping huge amounts of wine on these guys, and so I try to keep myself... Oh, good, we got mind control. Give me Nimble Stance next, please. It'll take 3 days, so it should be done by the next time we fight. Nope, not going to take that fight. No, thank you. That fight's a little bit precarious. It's a little bit bad, and it's something that I don't think we can handle, so we're not going to. You gentlemen, get a better weapon, bring you up to a better shield level. There we go. You've got yourself some light greaves. Get yourself into a skirt. And then maybe a centurion's mail, and you're a little bit better off. I mean, he's still not stacked as all hell, but he's doing all right. Polio's almost back up, which is great because we're going to need him in case the fights don't go the way we want them to go. But our favor's in good shape, so our fights should be fairly stacked in our direction of the ring. Ding, ding. I'm going to take in Polio so that he can get... Yeah, let's take in Polio so that he can get another victory in. Just to keep him developing as a fighter and making sure that he gets better as time goes along. This poor bastard over here really has no chance, I don't think. Oh, wow, he disarmed me. But then I literally disarmed him, so, you know, you can knock your shield off to the side as much as you want. I'm still gonna murder you. I get that shield back at the end of the fight, right? Oh, it downgrades it by 1. Okay. Or no, it downgraded it by like 2. Alright, that got expensive to replace. Maybe I'll go pick up my weapon next time instead of... oh, Nimble Stance is done. So Nimble Stance... my guy was slow in that last fight. So Nimble Stance must have kicked in just a second too late. Give me one more palace, and then we'll gather stones, and we'll get all these guys ready to go in the arena. Right now, we're going to try and fish out an easy arena fight. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was talking about. Send in... Yeah. Apicius. Sure. That sounds alright. He's not in super good shape right now, but if I can have like 4 fighters who have like 5 victories on them, I'll feel better about our chances in the future. Ooh. I gotta go get those shields. I keep getting disarmed like first thing into the fight. It's just like, ugh, there goes all my prize money trying to replace that shield. On the plus side, it's not that bad of a deal. Just because he got level ups from that fight too. And so it's not like we didn't get any bonus out of that situation, but I definitely don't like paying for the shields, even though I've already paid for them. I gotta focus on picking up my shields when I get out of combat. The magistrate's term in office coming to a close, and he seeks your support for re-election. The legate, who is openly opposed to the man, demands that you not only vote against the magistrate, but convince others to do the same. I'm gonna vote against the magistrate. The legate is pleased by your lack of support. Magistrate, not quite as much. But we can fix that pretty easily with wine. It's true. I am a wino's best friend. I am a wino's best friend. And then from there, what I would do is I would hire... Who was it? The Vintner, I think? I think the Vintner increases his rep. And so we'll focus on the Vintner for right now. Yeah, raise his temperament for right now. Get that done and just spend a couple days making him happy with us. And once he's happy with us, then we can fire the Vintner. We can go to the grocer or whatever it is. The grocer who gives you whatever with the legate. I assume because you supply his troops with food. Let's go with play control for right now. I'm going to try and keep those upgrades moving. We got another pit fight right there. Let's have a look and see. It's against Decius. He's not that bad, actually. Decius seems like he'd be manageable. And so what we'll do here is we'll put in Apicius just in case, because I don't know what's going to happen on our normal daily fights. Like, I don't know how gnarly those are going to get, so we'll try to keep our eyes out for that. Oh, here we go. Ooh, he got me. Ooh. Couple of big hits. Got him. Whoo, brought it back. I was losing on that one for a second, but, yeah, close one. Very, very close one. If I had lost a shield on that one, it would have been a mess. That would have been all kinds of terrible. Everybody should be reasonably happy with me right now. We've got Gavius, who is a Thrakes. He's got pretty good stats. He's a little scary, and he's got all speed boost, which means this could go sideways for sure. Take in Polio. This could absolutely go sideways, though. Luckily, he only has a wooden gladius, so I'm hoping I can just block and parry and fire back. But, whew, here we go. Let's get hyped. Ooh, okay. There it is. Got him. Woo! That was a close one. What I would recommend is up and down blocking seems to be weird. So if you're blocking upwards or you're blocking downwards, I've noticed frequently what they'll do is they'll actually damage you through your shield, even though their damage variable isn't high enough to get through the resistance of the shield. And I think it has something to do with the collision and the way that it works. So if you're going to face your opponent, treat this like don't starve. Never fight an opponent up and down. Always fight them left and right if you can. Polio. So yeah, there it is. We got ourselves another victory. Let's get him nice and healed up while we wait. We got 7 days until our next battle. We have just slaves coming out of our asses right now. We have slaves everywhere. Yeah, get rid of all these dudes. We don't need them. And then I'll probably grant freedom to a couple of the bottom row guys. Oh, and what I would recommend you do is before you grant them freedom, give them all a knife. By the way. Before you free them, give them all a knife. Because at the end of the game, these are the guys that come to try and help you in the final fight. And so if you're going to be freeing dudes, give them a knife real quick, because that'll make them come to help you faster at the end of the game. Dude, we're spending all of our time, like, regenerating right now. Like, some people are getting to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but everybody else is just taking it super slow. Give me a shield control. What do we have down here? Indefatigable. Gladiator does not require water. Okay. Shields lose less HP. Armor stewardship. Sure. Yeah, throw that all on him. Make sure he takes care of his loot. What do we have down here in the arena? That guy's, unfortunately, probably a little bit outside of what we can handle, so I'm going to let him go. The Vintner. We've got Viniculture. Got that right there. I'm going to let him do his thing, and instead, we're going to hire an employee. The Medicus. Because we need our healing to go quicker. Our healing has been absolutely abysmal lately. Let's go with antibiotics. And let's see what we get for this next fight. Actually a pretty difficult fight considering how stacked. He's got agility and attack 14. I don't have anybody with stats even near that region. He's got a Gladius. Might be able to fish this one out. Let me see what I can do here. But this might be a rough day for Apicius. This might not be his day. Oh! No! Oh, that sucks so much ass. The AI is just so fast in this game. It's just like when they roll behind you and they instantly swing like that, it's legitimately a tactic there is no defense for because the AI does it faster than a human being could respond. It's just like, holy shit, whenever it happens. And they don't use it like every single time, but they do use it pretty frequently where they like hit your shield, instantly roll to the other side of you and swing again. And that's like the one tactic that like you can't counter that because when your shield gets hit, it forces you into a block animation. And by the time he rolls and strikes, the block animation is not over. And so, like, the AI could just spam that all day and there'd be nothing you could do about it. Like, you would lose every single time because it's not a blockable thing. So anyways, gather stones, man. Why are you not gathering stones right now? It's a rough situation to be in. I'm going to try and get them up to the next level of training. We'll check the pit fight. Actually, it's just a couple of scrubs on that one. Oh, it's 2v1, though. Ah. Well, that's a little bit more concerning. Yeah, that's absolutely a little bit more concerning. A 2v1 isn't worth it if you end up losing one of your best gladiators. They both only got one victory, so I can't imagine they're that good. Ah, whatever. The game doesn't even save anyways, so pretty soon I'm going to have to reset the save anyway, so why not take some risks, you know? I'm only going to have time to record a couple of episodes today, and it's going to reset after that, so... Why worry about it, you know? There we go. Got him centered up and we took him out. Why worry about it? I'll take risks. I'll take risks and we'll do this better. Actually, the only reason you do pit fights is for the level ups, by the way, in case you were looking at like the amount of coin you make versus how long it takes them to heal and stuff like that. All that you really care about in situations like that is you're trying to get as many level ups as possible stacked up on your characters. So he's got antibiotics. We'll go antiseptics now so it goes a little quicker. That guy is a level 5 Murmelo. Attack is 5. Send in Venonius. His stats aren't that good. Like, his stats are okay. They're not, like, amazing, but they're reasonably decent. And so I'm going to see if we can... And Murmelos are not, like, intensely difficult anyways. Got him. There we go. Sorry, I clicked off screen for whatever reason. It minimized my screen for a second during that one. I was like, oh, we dead. We so dead right now. We so dead right now. Oh, cool. A couple more level ups for him, and that actually went really well. Fantastic. Happy to see it. Let's get him into... We'll give him the basic comma now. Both of our main fighters will get basic commas at this point. We will also take them up a couple levels with regards to some of their gear so that they're a little bit stronger and they're a little bit more stacked out. You as well, get you the cool shoulder pads so that everybody knows that if you're the guy with cool shoulder pads, a large angry snake has bitten a gladiator. Medicus, help him. The gladiator is very ill, but he should survive. Oh, well, he's not that good anyways. I would say just get rid of half of these dudes for the money. You can also sell off your cards if you want to. Like, if you've got cards that you think are trash, by all means, throw them out because they give you like 40 coins a piece or 50 coins a piece or something like that. And so if you've got things you don't like, don't let it discard your hand doing other stupid shit. Because it will. Like, it'll discard good cards when they come in if you don't have space for them in your hand. So make sure you do that. We got Jupiter's Mail over here. Yeah, give him Jupiter's Mail. Bump him up a little bit. Make him look a little bit more threatening. Keep the wine flowing. He should be pretty happy with us soon, I think. I don't know. Send this dude some wine or something. Alright, so he's blissful. We'll click those across, and that is it's a slugfest. I don't have the gladiators on hand for it, though. I got 3 guys that can fight, and the rest don't have any gear. So, that fight would probably be a mess. It might be worth it. Because these guys don't have great gear. Like, they've got a couple of dudes in here who are ringers. Like, they've got that Murmelo, they've got that Thrakes. But they're no better than any of my best guys. But still, it represents a risk. I don't want to lose anybody right now. Weight training is up next. And now that I know I'm actually having problems with enough gladiators to do real fights, I'm actually going to start kitting up a couple more people just so we have somebody in here who can do something. There we go. And so now we got 4 guys that are actively training. We've got Constantius, who's fighting with a gladiator. He has an agility level of 18, which means he's focused everything he has in agility and defense. It's a 2v1, though, which is kind of an interesting thing. So what I would suggest is that we actually take Venonius and one of our other guys who does not fight so that he can get the level up. And we'll just try to dogpile this guy and see if we can make this thing happen. That'll also give us a nice little feeder kill. There we go. Nice little feeder kill. I didn't expect that fight to be anything worse than that anyways. And that should be a nice little paycheck too, because the guy who's setting up the fight, the Legate, is really happy with us right now. Yeah. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's keep that moving. This guy's producing wine. We might as well have him start producing large casks and whatnot. You start gathering stones so that people can train quicker. He's working on antiseptics, which is great. There actually was no such thing back in, like, Roman times. Seriously. Roman times, in the gladiator pits, you were more than likely going to die from infection if you got a cut. Most gladiator fights were to first blood because gladiators were expensive. A single gladiator could represent like a decade of training and thousands of denarii or whatever it was that they were using as coin at the time in order to get him to that point in his career. And so you can understand that the people that owned the luduses or the ludii or whatever they were called, they really didn't want to lose gladiators. So most fights were to first blood, and a lot of the time the guys died of infection, actually. There's a lot of records that we have from gladiatorial arenas and areas like that where we've actually found inscriptions and memorials to gladiators that were made by other gladiators that they tell exactly how he died. He was stabbed on this day, and several days later he took ill and died. Like, that's pretty cut and clear to me. It sounds like maybe an infection. What's this guy's stats? This dude's a Thrakes. Okay, so if he's a Thrakes, we've got 20 defense. Oh, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. And this is for the magistrate, huh? Rough one. He's got really good stats for how few times he's fought. Like, he has not fought a whole lot of fights, and yet he's got really good stats. Ooh, hack it through. Man. Ooh, one-shotted him. Nice, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you get one-shotted, sometimes they get one-shotted. This game gets crazy hyped like that. Damn, bunch of savages. My wife just texted me and said somebody ate her lunch at work. I'm like, dude, what a bunch of criminals, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but we'd be fighting out in the parking lot. If I found out I'd do it, I'd be like, you better meet me outside. You eat another man's lunch. That's like taking your fork and eating off somebody's plate. You better recognize, fool. It's about to happen. It's about to be a stomp out today. But I will see you all in the next episode of Domina. Thank you for stopping on in. I hope you guys like this game. I've enjoyed it tremendously. The game is obviously in a state of flux right now. Every few episodes, I'm telling you guys that they've patched, and they've changed a bunch of fundamental systems around and a bunch of the way that things function prior to the Steam release. I hope you guys are still enjoying it. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for stopping on in, and bye-bye, everybody.